Joining with first team manager Danny Scopes, I think the first time in like a month or so, really, Scopes, since we caught up for a match preview.
Yep.
First, I suppose, ask how you've been with a month or 3-4 weeks off, and what have you been up to?
Frustrating. I've been busy at work, so that's been passing my time, but football's been frustrating. I think you always need, I say it quite a lot, people need rhythm, people need organisation, and us footballers and managers like things to be organised and a routine almost, and it's been sort of taken away from us in the last few weeks, and the not knowing whether you're playing, you're not playing. It's bad enough when you have bad weather and games get called off like they did Tuesday, but just not knowing because of league decisions or other teams not wanting to play, and even us not wanting to play, it's frustrating. So I can't lie, it has been frustrating time.
You mentioned us obviously not wanting to play a few weeks ago. That was purely down to health and safety and nothing really else, wasn't it? So how pleased is it then for the players to come back and have testing in place? And stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's added a bit of safety for the players, a bit of reassurance really. I think they're pleased about that. We've been doing the testing, a lot of testing has gone out today, which is really good. Positives, I think that helps them. I think it gives them players that reassurance that they're coming into a safe environment, and we were doing our best to make it a safe environment before, but you can only do so much with temperature checking and asking the questions. At least the test gives us a bit of backup. It's not foolproof, we know that, but if we do get anyone with symptoms or anyone with a negative test, we can then follow it up and remove them from the group and get a proper test, so to speak, done, or a more confirmed test for them type of players as well. So I think that's a bit of security for the players and a bit of a reassurance for them as well.
And obviously, we spent the last 2 weeks kind of looking at the funding options. I know you and Drury have been in kind of constant contact really with Ant.
Yeah.
I know the players have taken a pretty considerable pay cut. How pleased have you been with their attitude and the attitude of your coach yourself too to come back and take that pay cut and be willing to play on for
I think it goes back to start of the season, and I think we look at the character of people we try and sign, and a lot of people say it, we always try and sign good people before good players, so to speak, and we always look at them and see what they're going to offer in that thing, and I think that's proved good now for us, because obviously we have got good people and good players in the group. I think sometimes if you sign bad characters, these things can escalate, and the not knowing and the backwards and forwards can sometimes put a negative into the group, but I can't speak highly enough of the players. I think their reaction to it, I haven't had no moans and groans, we had no energy sappers at all, and I've been a bearer of a lot of bad news rather than good news sometimes in the group, or we can't train, or we can't play, or we can't do this, can't do that, and I haven't had one complaint or one moan, and the boys have just got on with it, and I think you could see from tonight the buzz in the training session that we had, that they're pleased to be back, and like I say, they're good boys, they're good characters, we've got a good group, and for them to make that decision as a collective, not just individually, speaks volumes of them really, and speaks volumes of us maybe as a management team, that they want to do that for us as well, and the football club.
Obviously, rather than looking at the past, we'll look ahead to Saturday afternoon and a trip down to the sunny south coast, or so we hope. Eastbourne Borough away, a tough one obviously, drew 2-2 with them early in the season, having gone 2-0 up. What are you expecting from them this weekend, having been to watch them yourself, and obviously someone going to watch them last weekend too?
Yeah, we had someone watch them last weekend, and I went and watched them at Dartford on Tuesday night, and you can't lie, they're a good side. They're doing well. I think they're having a really good season. I think something that they've kept is consistency in team selection and consistency in players. I don't think they've got a massive squad, not speaking out of turn. But I think they've got a good squad of good players, and I think their consistency and their rhythm has probably been the reason that they've probably got to the top of the league. I think they've managed to be able to keep that and done well. I thought we did well when we played them at home. I was disappointed that we didn't win that game. It's a bit of a lottery for us, I think, really. I think we've got boys that have played for 4 or 5 weeks. Going down there, you need rhythm. We haven't going to have that sort of continuity and that maybe patterns that we had before. We were got suspended, and we had some good patterns going, and we looked a good side at that time, but the break's probably going to kill us a little bit. So all we're going to ask is the boys go and work really hard for us, give everything we got, and see where it takes us, and just hopefully we can come through the game. We've done a bit more training tonight and come through without any injuries. I think that's the main key. I think the performance will be the performance. I think as long as we go and give a good account of ourselves and work as hard as we possibly can, the result will be the result at the end of the day. But I think to come out of it and get another game under our belt, get ourselves going again, and try and avoid injury, I think they have to be the key factors that we've got to try and look into.
And obviously then, one last thing, going to Eastbourne, as I said, is weather-wise can be really nice, or it can be gale force winds. How are we, I suppose, going to attack maybe the ever-changing weather conditions down there? Is it going to affect the game plan, or is there various game plans going on?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's always a breeze down there, and it running away from the clubhouse end. I think you always get that. I don't think it affects too much at this level. I think technically, I always say to the boys, you've got to be technically good enough to deal with that, and your passing range has got to be good, and that's going to be difficult because the boys haven't played or haven't quite got that rhythm, and that does play a factor in that. But we'll be going there just trying to do the basics well, and I think if we can go there, do the basics well, and like I say, put real effort in and real heart and desire, we've got nothing to lose. I don't think anyone would expect us to go there with them being a form team in the league and us not playing for 5 weeks and get a result. So I think that's a challenge in itself, and I think that's something we can go and relish and enjoy as well.
Scopes is always, it's great to catch up, even if it has been a very, very long time.
Yeah.
On Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, cheers.